Hi, welcome back to this platform again in this lesson that we are continuing from last week's lesson. Last week we looked at introduction to responsive classroom approach, and we are looking at the key thing about this approach is the emphasis of social skills being integrated with academic skills. So we said that it has very many practices that will enhance it to uphold. So one of the practices today we are looking at is morning meeting. And in morning meeting is a practice that is done on a daily basis so that it reinforces those social skills we are talking about and the intellectual skills. Now, in morning meeting, it's done on a daily routine, and it's the first activity that is done on the day, throughout the day, before other activities are done. Now, children's sense of belonging is reinforced, and we build it through the attention. They pay attention, they listen, they learn to express themselves, they learn to cooperate interactively, so that their sense of belonging is being reinforced. Also, in this morning meeting, there is that emphasis of time and space. So there is consistent of time. If we start at 8 a.m. to 8:30, that is the time for morning meeting. That's the first activity on arrival. Then it has to be like that throughout, so that children know, they keep knowing routine. This is what we do when we arrive to school, and this is where we sit every day, and these are the activities that we're supposed to do during morning meeting. So morning meeting has a goal, has some goals. Why should we initiate it? And we're saying that we do morning meeting to reinforce the need for belonging, the kids to feel significant in that smaller society and have fun activity. We also initiate morning meeting to reinforce friendliness and social interest of the learners. How do we bring out the friendliness and social interest? Through encouraging them or teaching them how to do sharing, encouraging them to be good listeners, encouraging the kids to be participants. They should be participate by hands-on, encouraging inclusion or inclusive learning, whereby children with some challenges and that together with the normal children, they are given the same opportunities, same activity to do, and also dialogue, whereby they do one-to-one or in a group, they speak out their views and ideas. So it is only done in morning meeting where all these skills are enhanced. We also do morning meeting to enhance children to be able to model and practice some social skills on a daily routine process. How do we do this for them to be able to practice these social skills? We do it by what we call cares. Cares means C stands for cooperation, and A stands for assertion, R stands for responsibility, E stands for empathy, and S stands for self-control. Now, during the morning meeting, when kids are doing activities, the activities they are doing, you find that they are enhancing these social skills: the cooperation, the assertion, responsibility, empathy, and self-control. They are able to control their emotions. They are able to feel sympathetic to others, practical way of feeling for the others. They are able to be responsible for their actions, taking back maybe the materials after playing with them, cleaning up. The assertive, being able to speak out the truth boldly without fear, cooperating with each other. So when they do the activities in the morning's lesson, we find that all these social skills are being reinforced. So when they reinforce this, when we reinforce or they do these social skills, then we are modeling them. We are making them to model and practice good social skills. So another goal is to merge the social, emotional, and intellectual learning. So when they'll be doing these activities, you find that there is social development being enhanced, or social learning. There is emotional learning being enhanced, like a child who comes with negative emotions or bad feeling, you find that he develops joy during activity. That's a positive way of learning. Then intellectual, there is real learning that is taking place. So today we shall just look at 4 components of morning meetings, and we shall only look at one component. Other lessons we shall cover the other components because of time. So the first component is greeting. The second component is sharing. The third component is group activities, and the fourth component is morning message. So these 4 components, greeting, sharing, group activity, morning message, they are under the umbrella of morning meeting. So these are the activities they're supposed to do in a morning meeting. But remember, ECD, it is gradual. We teach from known to unknown. So when kids know, you can't just teach all the 4 components at once, but when they master the activities and it's fun for them now, they do them faster, then we put it as one activity, because the 4 components are supposed to be done on a daily basis at once in one lesson or in one activity. So today we are going just to look at the greeting. Greeting, kids greet each other by name, they greet each other by hugging, by clapping, singing, very many ways. So teachers have to be creative and come up with very many ways to teach children how to greet. Then we shall look at how is greeting enhancing the cares we've talked about. How is the greeting enhancing the social development? How is it enhancing the intellectual development? Now, for example, there's a greeting that we call name card greeting. Name card greeting is just a teacher writing names on a card. Teacher writing the names on a card, like that name, Tam. The name Joy. So the teacher writes the names on the cards, several names according to the number of the kids that she has in class. Then remember, in morning circle, children are sitting in a circle, and at the center, the teacher places the cards or chooses a leader to place those name cards in the middle of the circle. So the first child, the teacher chooses, he comes and picks the name, or the teacher is the one who picks the first card, reads the name of the first child that will start the game. So the child comes and picks the name, and he finds the card is written Tam. So Tam comes, and it is his duty now to go and pick the second card. So Tam picks the second card and reads the name Joy. So when he reads the name Joy, he looks around the class and looks for Joy and goes to greet Joy, either with a hug, either with the shoulder greeting, with the pinky greeting, with the high five, according to what the child wants. But when he greets, he says, Tam tells Joy, good morning, Joy. So they call them by names depending on how they greet, but they have to call out the name of the child they are greeting. Now, you might be wondering maybe, what of the children who do not know how to read? Now, for those who do not know how to read, now, for instance, this is Joy, but now Joy doesn't know even how to sound out the letter sounds for him or her to read. Then there is a picture of Joy. So Tam looks for the card, sees the picture of Joy, and looks around and calls Joy using the portrait of Joy on a card. The second game, we are calling it snowball game. With the snowball game, what you do, you give children the papers around the circle. So I believe they are a bit older. So they write their names on those cards. They write that every child writes their names. Then what do? They crumble the papers. They crumble the papers and throw them in the middle of the center. So the paper that falls near a child is the first one to pick it, so that child becomes the first one to read the crumbled paper. So we assume he or she picks the crumbled paper and reads Tom. So she goes or he goes around to look where Tom is and goes and greets Tom by calling Tom, by saying good morning, Tom. And it becomes very funny, so fun. You find that kids are eager, they're waiting, they're anxious to their names to be called so that they also participate in the activity. So you find that it is fun activity for them. They're very happy, they're very eager. It is interesting. They are socializing as they call each other, as they hug each other. At the same time, what is happening? There is reading taking place, because when a child unfolds the paper and he reads out the word Tom, or break the sound T, Tom. He looks for Tom. This is language that is taking place. There is oral skills when he's calling out the name Tom. There is manipulation when he's trying to open up the crumbled paper because of the fine motor skills. Then there is reading when he looks and is able to sound out these letter sounds. Then there's reading taking place. So what do we see? This activity is bringing out that aspect of responsive classroom approach, because why? The social skills as they hug together, as they pick the papers, as they exchange greetings, as they read out intellectual development, maybe emotional development. A child who was not happy because he was not chosen, at long last his name is called out and he feels that joy. So there's that integration. So when there is integration of social skills and emotional skills and intellectual skills, then there is effective learning that takes place. And that's why we say that teachers should reinforce responsive classroom approach. Now, there are so many activities we can do with kids about names. They can sing songs about names, calling out the names, the games, the poems, riddles. There are very many activities. So what is the goal of greeting? Why should we do greeting in a morning meeting? And we are saying that greeting sets out the pace or the tone or the positive tone for the day. When kids are happy in the morning in the first activity, be assured that the whole day they'll be happy in all the activity areas. But if they're annoyed, then the whole day will be crap for them. So let's impress this for them, for us to have even a good day. When the day is good for them, then also the teachers, the stress is not there or is no longer there. Then also morning greetings provides a sense of recognition and belonging. Recognition, look, when the child's name is being called out, so the child is like, wow, I'm being called out, I'm known, so they feel they're recognized. So when they're recognized, they feel they belong to that class, they belong to that small community of the classroom. So the sense of belonging is there. And when kids develop a sense of belonging, when kids develop a sense of recognition, you find that they are motivated to work, they are motivated to do the activity they're supposed to do with joy. And also it helps learners to learn everyone's name in the class. They understand the names of everybody, because remember, when they're doing their activity of greeting by names, they greet by names, and it is a routine. They do it every day. So you find that they know each other. They know each other. In the process of reading, they already know how to read each other's names. Even before the teacher does introduction of letter sounds, you find by the time he's doing the introduction of letter sounds, the kids have already known the letter sounds that are formed inside a name of a particular child. So it is very, very essential. And also, lastly, we are saying that morning greetings helps children to enhance the practice of hospitality. How is hospitality being reinforced? A child is called by name because they've been doing activity of naming. So they are called by name. Oh, you come, Tom, come and play with me. Mary, you come and take this material. Or maybe when they're doing activity, another child has come late in class. When he comes, he's welcome. This one is calling her, this one is calling her. So that's why we say it promotes a sense of hospitality in the in the children. So this is what we wanted to share. Remember, we are saying that responsive classroom approach, it reinforces the social development of children together with intellectual development of children, or academic. Yeah. So and it has very many practices, and the first practices we are looking at is the morning meeting as a practice. So we shall continue with morning meeting lesson, because we've looked at the 4 components: the greeting, the sharing, the group activity, and morning message. So today we just looked at greeting alone and gave some examples of greeting, although there are many. So we shall keep on looking. Next lesson we shall look at sharing, and we shall see how is sharing. Are they sharing food? What are they sharing? Ideas, or what is it they're sharing, and why is it essential for them to do sharing activity, and how is it reinforcing responsive approach? How is it reinforcing social development? How is sharing reinforcing intellectual development? So we shall look at that. So please remember to be with us in the next lesson, so that we see how morning meeting is very, very effective to the child and together with the teacher. Otherwise, thank you for watching. Thank you for being here in the lesson. So I wish you the best as we move on to the next lesson. So I just request, please remember to like the video, remember to subscribe and share with your friend. Otherwise, bye-bye. Thank you.